Questo è DJ Meg Italia, siamo con Steve e Aoki al Tomorrowland dopo una giornata trionfale sul suo DMAX stage. We're here with Steve Aoki after your incredible day at the DMAX stage and before you host the main stage tonight as a closing act. How did you come up with the idea of having this DMAX stage and with all the DMAX artists, like with the back-to-back and everything?
Well, we've been doing it here at Tomorrowland for 5 years. It's now become a tradition, and it's actually a satellite for all the artists from all around the world that we sign to come and present their new music to a crowd that will eat it up, that are already educated. They're the best crowd to be playing new music to. So during my set, I played primarily all new tracks from the artists, and I brought like at least 10 artists up to kind of introduce them and introduce like their new song.
Yeah.
And it's a showcase. It's a showcase of our new sound. This is a showcase of our culture, and you look out in the crowd, you really feel like it's one big family.
I was quite surprised because of your set to be very various, and quite different from people usually expect from you.
Yeah, I mean the set was it wasn't like the EDM set that people assume. I mean I save like that kind of set, the Steve Aoki sound, the Neon Future sound, the edits I make for the big rooms that fit along with my songs. I saved that for the main stage, for the Steve Aoki show. This is a dim mock spirit, so it's gonna change. Like last year, if you I put it up on my SoundCloud. Last year, the dim mock stage was a totally different set with a different flavor and texture, and what we've been signing on dim mock lately is a lot of house stuff now that we've been signing. A lot of, like, we signed Crooker's last album, and we signed the Bloody Beetroots, and we signed Marnix. We signed 3 Italian artists actually, all very different actually, all very different. Crooker's is more like bassy, more housey, and Bloody Beetroots is tougher, more aggressive.
Kind of rock and roll.
Yeah, and it's rock. It's rockin'. It's punk rock of dance music, and Marnik is slang and really hitting the EDM sound really well, and they really know how to make that sound extremely well. So it's nice to be able to listen and find the best in each world.
How do you manage to do this? I mean, DMAC passed through the electro era and then the EDM, and right now it's changing again the sound, and but without losing the spirit of what DMAC represents for dance music.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's what inspires us. It's not necessarily the sound is going to change, the culture will evolve, but the spirit will always be the same. Why we do the things we do, and that's from the passion and the inspiration and hearing new stuff that keeps pushing the culture forward, that keeps pushing change and keeps pushing everything. I mean, next year it's going to be a different world of music. And I think that in many ways that's the reason why DMAC has survived. Well, I mean, next year will be 20 years. 20 years we've survived as a record label, because we've constantly allowed change in our business. And some of my favorite labels that didn't change so quickly, and they actually just stopped doing business. And you have to be able to be free-flowing. And that's the thing. It's like, we signed a straight-edge hardcore band screaming about unity, and then we signed the Crookers, and then we signed, Dirty Phonics doing drum and bass, and then we signed Max Tyler, this kid from California, who's 19, doing really interesting, complex, bassy music, and there's like all kinds of stuff out there.
And the same, I think, for the kind of the show you bring on stage. Like, people criticize this thing of the cakes and everything and the jokes, but I think it's kind of rock and roll show. I mean, it's showtime, when you're on stage. So the same for it,
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like the cakes are there to enhance the level of fun and energy. When I'm doing the cakes, it's not a sophisticated thing.
Of course,
There's no sophistication there. There's not. We're having fun, and someone wants to get caked. I mean, have you ever been to a birthday party when the person that gets caked is like, and everyone's having the time of their life? You don't want to be that sore loser in the corner going, you know what, that's just like messy and it's bad and like
Yeah.
we should eat the cake and like, we're just having a good time. At the end of the day, you come to these things to enjoy life, to find, to be happy and to have a good time. And the last thing I want to do is cake someone that doesn't want to get caked.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I think that you're one of the people that brought fun back into the dance floor, really, into the clubs in the few, last decade or something like that. Because there's been a period where dance music was so serious and so boring because of it. So and I saw it as a kind of a liberation,
Yeah, I mean, everyone's level of fun is going to be different, and that's why there's all these different scenes with different crowds, and there's room for everyone to do anything.
Yeah.
And I mean, I enjoy even the serious parties, like the more techno parties where you just get into a zone and you just stay in that zone for hours. I love that too. And then sometimes I just want to get wild, get messy, get sweaty, and feel that energy too. And that's the thing. It's like there's room for absolutely anything, as long as people are having a good time and no one's getting hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Steve.
Thank you.
Steve Aoki, lo ringraziamo molto per DJ Mag Italia.